Alright, say something now.
Say something and give it up on you. Ooh, let me save that job.
On Indeed.
I'm looking for jobs, boy. Heck yeah.
Alright. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Goldbox podcast. It's Henry, aka HENDOG, or whatever name she gets from me down before she got like 3 weeks left, I think. 3, 4.
Why your name just can't be Henry?
Okay, well, I don't know. Variety's the spice of life, I say. How's it going?
They call you Stash. That's better than Henry.
That's worse.
Why?
I don't know. It just seems creepy a little bit. I don't know. We working on it though.
Stash coming through on the 1 and 2s. That sound better than HENDOG coming through on the 1 and 2s.
You got a point, but still, I'm not supposed to get rid of it that quick. But again,
Stash is better. My boy Stash said what's good. Stash is throwing a party. Blah, blah,
that sounds
blah.
like something that you give to like a middle schooler gives to themselves.
Nah,
like they just grown one.
Nah.
It's just
Call you
like
Stash, fam.
It's
And then you start building up the Stash, perfecting it, and then everybody's gonna be like, "That's the boy Stash over there."
Okay.
Stash Productions. Stash is taking my grad pics. I'm on the Stash podcast. What's good? What's up? Stash
Okay. Look,
name,
how about
man.
this? I'll just use it as a placeholder till we figure out the actual one. How about
Okay,
that? All right.
I'm going with Stash.
Now we got 2 angles, so we don't have to worry about putting a placeholder in. So we got that one, then we got that one, and that one, and that one. So my co-host, Ashley, I was going to say the Slim Assassin, but I don't know because she say she could fight. I don't know. That's a placeholder for me. But how's it going?
Oh, they're looking for me.
They looking for you?
Somebody almost broke the popcorn machine. I ain't gonna say no names, just in case somebody ever catch this mug and I had to put that mug back together. There she go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you fixed it?
Dang.
You smart.
Okay, so
Probably didn't.
let me just get an intro. I'm gonna be quick with it, even though you took my spot this morning. You took my spot this time.
Your parking spot?
No, you took my spot for running on a tangent.
The Stash?
No, just running on a tangent. Because usually it's me running on a tangent and talking extra long.
About the Stash?
Just in general.
He lying.
Okay, so with this podcast, I want it to be a situation of it being story driven. And last time we talked, which was like 2-3 weeks ago, I think now.
Too long.
Yeah, it was too long. But it's almost Good Friday. Everybody get a little bit of break. I don't know. Well, you got test tomorrow?
No break. I was gonna take a practice MCAT, but I don't know how I'm feeling. I really don't. That mug is scary. Like, who would have thought a piece of paper with things that you have to circle would be so scary? It's not like it's gonna shoot you like pop out, but
Bang bang.
that mug is still scary.
Hey, yeah, that's how it is sometimes. But we said next time we was gonna talk about your journey through school. Very simple. Let them get to know you a little bit better.
She
And
coming in at 5'2", 105 pounds. I've been in the gym, so I might be 110. I did have a heart attack because I stepped on the scale and that mug said 100 pounds. I just wanted to cry. Like, I left the gym, like, bro, like, this can't be happening to me.
then
Such a small person and low key. A few people in this department that like know me, be like, she's mom type thing. I guess 'cause I be on everybody's case nagging. But they came from how I got here and what's keeping me here, in a sense.
I don't know. I think a little bit of chaos makes it.
He don't know y'all. He not in this department. I'm team bio. So he don't know y'all.
I was here for like a semester and then I just said, nah, I'm going back to education.
You was a biology major for a semester?
No, I was over here taking classes.
See,
for sure.
He don't know.
No, but okay, so
I
again,
nags the people. I stay on top of them. When the last time you studied for your exam? What you doing when you graduate? How you getting prepared for that? Blah, blah, blah type thing. Like, I have all the answers, but I don't.
So you Kanye now?
Nope. Because he crazy, fam.
Gotta be a little bit crazy to be successful, I think.
But the journey here, like how I got here, as in like PV or like how it's been for me.
Or just, okay, so since we want it to be like a story-driven situation, we might as well just start from the beginning and just figure out from there. Because, man, Okay. Just so we don't run out of time on it. But just figure out, because I think stories can help somebody else. So let's just start from like when you came in between a little bit and then to now, basically just your progression, because everybody's different. Everybody's progression is different. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody takes a different path. My path is different than yours, and people getting your perspective can help somebody, whether they bio or just a female or just anything. I think so. Just how did it start for you before you came here? Like
before I came here, before I got to this point where I'm at.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about it, and you were in that situation of, okay, I graduated, and it was a rough patch in your life.
It wasn't a rough patch after I graduated. Let me fix it.
Okay. Set the record straight.
I don't know what he talking about, y'all.
Set the record. Okay, but I'm just give you intro. Coming in at 100, soaking wet.
Oh.
At 5, how tall are you?
5'2".
At 5'2", on a good day. Ashley Henderson in whatever corner over there, I don't know. But tell your story.
It's really hard when you apply to college. But most likely we would be talking to people who are in college. So ideally some people struggle to get in and some people didn't. People struggle for like different reasons. I know mine wasn't necessarily I had issues with obtaining the grades, appearing to be that of intelligent or capable of actually succeeding in that of college. That wasn't my problem at all. My problem was the no support. Yeah, my people are alive, living and breathing. But to this day, I can't really say what it is that they did for me that got me to this point besides not necessarily being there. Yeah. And when it came time to apply to school, I barely got to that point because I think it was a point in time in high school where like I literally was about to tap out. Like I didn't want to do anything, but that's because I felt like I didn't have nobody or no one who actually cared. Like I got tired of pushing myself when I felt like I didn't have to. Like it wasn't nobody checking on me like, hey, how's your grades, what you doing, making sure I'm on top of this stuff. That's just me. Like if I wanted to check out of school, I checked out type thing. Yeah. But it's a lot of stuff that happened like during my childhood that made it not so much of a childhood. But in regards to applying to school, I remember I had this whole theory of I would be able to get in school and I would get it paid for by the quote-unquote white people. That was not a very intelligent statement, but at the time I was definitely serious, and I remember I told that to my counselor, who just happened to be white. I'm not sure if I upset her or not, but she looked at me and she definitely looked angry. And
was she a black lady or
she was
white
definitely white.
Oh, yeah.
And she was just like, I can't believe you just said that. Like, why do you think that's so true? And I'm just looking at her like, well, that's true. Hopefully it happens for me. And she smooth went off on me.
No, time out. So was that before you knew you were going here, or you knew you were going here?
That was before I knew I was coming here, because I was actually applying to like Baylor, UT, Texas A&M. I was applying to all these places because school where I'm from, you don't hear about this school necessarily. Mm-hmm. You hear about all these other main schools. I never heard or considered PV in a sense. So this is me getting ready to apply there. Actually, I just finished my application to UNT, and I was trying to wrap up my application to Baylor. And I told her that, and she was just like, whatever she said, it made me feel like, okay, well, that plan definitely is going to work, so how am I going to get it paid for? But after talking to one of my my track coaches, she understood like why it is that I said that, which is because of the whole struggle thing. I just go figure, if you struggle, then, you know, people actually give you money so that way you can like become a better person. It's not like they put us in classes and taught us about college, how it works, how the applying process works, or anything like that, or financial aid. So I don't know any of this stuff, and it's not like my people actually go to school. They all work these hard jobs. I mean, the longer you work, the more prone you are to like getting illness, blah blah type thing. So I just knew I didn't want to do that. But fast forward, I ended up applying to UT. That's the one I finished, and I got accepted. I went to go visit, and I remember thinking like, it looks weird up here. Like, where are the people at? Like, I was at orientation with probably over 500 people. I don't know. It was just a lot of people.
Like,
and
barely, like, just a incoming class is almost bigger than here.
Yeah, but I remember we went to go view the campus. Okay, I wasn't really too like, oh my gosh, I really like it. But when I went to the dorms, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like prison. So I was like, I don't want to live here. I don't.
Oh no, I'm in the clink. Just
yeah. And then I remember we went to this room and we were talking about financial aid, like how we're gonna get it paid for. So they were checking to see if we submitted our FAFSA, and that's the part that got me, because I got down there and I was thinking like, oh yeah, the white people gonna pay for me to go to school. And it was crazy. They gonna pay for me to go to school. So I got to talking to him, you know, and turns out I did my FAFSA wrong, because they were like, are your parents still alive? And I was like, yeah, they're still alive. And they're like, well, you can't file like this. And I was like, oh no, like. So, because I was trying to file as independent, but both of my parents are still breathing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
can't really
do you have a legal guardian? And the person who was, quote unquote, my guardian wasn't my legal guardian. So that's how I ran into trouble in regards to my
so you was under 18 before when you had left?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
So that's where I struggled, because I could not get my parents' financial information. So that's what stopped me from applying to pretty much every school. I just stopped applying to any school that I probably was going to apply to. If I started an application, I didn't finish it. If I was going to start one, I didn't start one. And I applied to PV because my brother was going here at the time, and he had all my mom's financial information, and I was able to copy it. So, you know, I'm thinking like, oh, okay,
because you had a younger brother and you had an older brother that was here?
I had an older brother that was here. So I was like, oh, okay.
So they already graduated and everything, or just...
Well, they graduated now. They graduated probably like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But we was here together for a minute. But
that's awesome though. I'm an only child, so it's just
that's how I got here. He was able. I applied, and it was like, you know, you accepted in the top 25%. I was like, ooh, I'm about to get some scholarship money. They got me on that too. I came in on loans, but that's because I literally submitted my my financial aid stuff like a week before school started. And I got lucky on that, because I remember I was sitting in the bed like crying like, no, I'm gonna be flipping burgers at Sonic. I literally thought I was gonna be flipping burgers at Sonic
for the rest of your life.
Because I could not get my financial aid. And I remember being so mad at FAFSA. But I was like, they don't ask you the right questions. They asking my parents alive. They is, but they sorry. Asking me that. Ask me.
That's the thing I think about it. Like, I know I'm the only child, and it's like, it's a change. It's a polarizing situation, because yeah, my parents are around, they helped me, but even though I had good grades and even though I met certain requirements, they made too much money where they couldn't give me financial aid like that. Now they can, because I'm off their bill. And like last year I paid for my own bills to go to school. Mm-hmm. And then I can, like, with you, it's like a setback, because your parents don't necessarily know the whole college process. And like, even if you got older parents, they may have gone a different decade than you did. And so things change, and they
just really wasn't trying to help me.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it. Like, it makes a harder road, but the payoff is almost like picking the underdog real time.
Well, here I am. From that point, before I got into college, I couldn't get no help in regards to filling out my FAFSA, literally anything. I was asking too many questions, or it was just ducking and dodging. Now I'm about to graduate, and they think I'm going to medical school, and, oh, actually, we love you. Oh, did you love me when I was trying to get into school?
Oh, man, they did the same thing to my dad. My dad was like, he came from Fort Worth, and he was in that situation. He was playing football, real good at what he was doing, and he finally came to U of H. And his dad wasn't in his life that much. Like, they mended that relationship, but once they see, I don't know, it's just once people see potential and they can finally see a physical reality of everything. No, but it's you selling people short when you do that. Yeah, like, cause that it was a situation for you with your parents where they were like, oh, well, you're going to have to figure it out on your own, basically.
Nah.
Or they were just like,
It's savages. I shouldn't say this because this is going to like be on air and it's going to be forever out there. But, yeah, sometimes it's crazy because sometimes I wish I had
like
parents that were actually supportive, like tried to help me out, like, and I wish that I didn't have to grow up quicker than I actually had to. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm thankful for it because it's made me a stronger person. I can like endure situations that some people probably can't and whatnot. Yeah. So I appreciate them, but then again, I don't appreciate them.
I understand. Because it's like they sold you short. You should like not necessarily taking the opportunity to actually help you.
It's crazy. I remember I was going to apply for the Bill Gates. My brother who came to PV before me, he's like, actually apply to the Bill Gates. I'm sure you'll get it. You know, you smart. You be on top of your stuff. Yeah. Apply. So I'm like, cool. You know, I started applying for Bill Gates. Just like I was applying for financial aid. Just like I was applying for these colleges. And then, bam, parent information. I was like, God doggy. Do we have to count them? Like, can I just say they not alive? And then can I just speed past that part? Or are they going to check to see if my parents are alive? Like,
that's what I hate about the whole process about FAFSA. It's just after going through it for so long.
But the Bill Gates scholarship, that would have been
your ace in the hole, just ready, like your trump card. Just
I would have been
no pun intended.
Like, no worries. Like, and now I sit back and I'm about to graduate in May. And I'm $25,000 in debt. And I just think, bro, how is that even possible? It's not like I was performing at the bottom of my class. I was in the top, 15% type thing?
Because the system we in now, I think, it does a disservice to anybody that wants to advance themselves. Especially if you don't have the support system like you were saying. Like, I know it's already rough with a support system to a certain extent. But it's almost like with your hands being tied behind your back. And just, you had to learn stuff that you didn't necessarily know on the fly. And then on top of that, even if you do keep your grades up, you would think that you would want to promote people that are actually coming to school, whether they middle class, low income, or they got all the money in the world, you know? And it's just weird.
I was broke. I don't even think that mug set in until like last year that my people are considered to be broke. Actually, I didn't realize until I got into sociology. Yeah, like, you know, I'd be excited about that Pell Grant and all that money. And then I thought about it. My EFC is 0. And, you know, probably it might not be a good thing. Like, actually, bro, your EFC is 0. But me, I'm like, shoot, 0 it is. Somebody help me. Give me some assistance. Give me all the funds you can so I can go to school, get my education, and move up to where my EFC for my kid perhaps isn't 0. But I take all the help I can get. But I definitely sidetracked from how I got here. Just know that it was a struggle to get in.
I'm just doing that so I can know. But I think it's almost like it's like a mind. You remember Minesweeper? Minesweeper, the game that had little happy faces that pop up and everything. Yeah. Like,
I never knew how to play that game.
Man, I ain't never beat that game. But like, you knowing what you know and me knowing what I know, and always like talking to kids that I know at home and people that you know in your community. And like, you have a younger brother that you probably helped out in the process, I think, or yes or no? Or did you help him? You helped him out in some form or fashion with what you went through. And it's like,
I have younger brothers, but I didn't get the opportunity to actually grow up like with them how I would like. Yes, I spent a period of time with them. My older brother, we probably spent more time together than me and my younger brothers, but I was present for a good amount of time. I think it was the time in which we should have been around each other that we wasn't. was
when you're actually growing,
that
and
would have been the
developing
most
as a person.
significant time to be around each other. Yeah, like the time where you transition from junior high to high school, and then the time where you transition from high school to college type thing.
Yeah.
So because I missed those times, I don't really feel like I'm quote unquote legit enough to actually provide them with assistance without them asking. And that kind of low-key throws off our relationship, because I know one of my younger brothers, he's actually quote unquote like he was my favorite brother. Yeah, but our relationship had got thrown off due to some family problems. But I go figure that me and all my brothers would have been on the same page. It wouldn't have been no you're my favorite and you're not my favorite type thing had we been raised underneath the same roof at all times, in a sense. Because in the beginning it was about like my siblings. If somebody messed with one of my siblings, they messing with all of us, no matter what. But then we got split. So it's like, oh man, I cut for one brother, but I can't cut for the other one because I'm not with their brother. So when I get back around their brother, it's like, okay, you're my brother because you my brother, but I haven't been around you type thing. You haven't been there for me and I haven't been there for you, but it's not by choice. It's just how we ended up being. So whenever he starts making these adult decisions that I don't agree with, I don't feel like it's my position to come in as his older sister and say, hey, you shouldn't do that, you should do this, because I missed out on that little bit of time.
Opportunity to build that relationship like you went to.
So even though we was there together like growing up when we were younger, but that wasn't the important time. The important time was like later on we started making decisions for ourselves. Yeah. So in the midst of not like feeling that I was the person who could tell him what to do, I allowed him to make these mistakes, and still till now I think he low-key continues to make them, and I really hate for my siblings to suffer, but that's one thing I had to learn while I'm out here fighting for myself without no help. Then I'm growing and it's making me stronger. It's something that I have to allow them to do as well. And ideally our relationship isn't like let me call my sister, but I go figure if it ever got like really crucial and you need some type of female advice, you gonna have to call me. Now I'm known to give it to you straight up whether you like it or not. They know that, because originally I didn't think like this. I was just like, well shoot, whether we was together or not, I'm about to tell you that's a stupid idea, boy. But then I was like, you know what, I can't do that. I'm not in a position to do that because our relationship isn't on that level. Whereas my older brother, don't even let him think about doing something crazy, because I low-key consider him to be my little brother. So I'll tell him in a minute, don't do that, boy.
But that's the thing about it though, like it doesn't, I think just because I have so many cousins and I have so many people that are underneath me that I tend to think of as family.
It is family, Henry. Y'all related? You talking about siblings?
No, but there's some people that I grew up with, and they were younger than me when I came to college. They were looking up to me. No, but I know them, and they're close enough to where I can talk to them and everything. And I think it's just, you might not take the advice now, but just echoing whatever you and just any little tidbit you tell somebody, it may not click then, but at the same time it's gonna click. They
actually listen. I think they listen when you're not expecting them to listen. And they don't listen when you expect them to listen, because I had somebody tell me that they actually chose PV because when I spoke about my college I seemed passionate about it. And that's one of the things that I do. If somebody asks me like, Ashley, how do you feel about your school, I'm considering going there, shoot, I tell you any and every day that all the things that I've done since I graduated high school, majority of them were a few things I didn't picture myself ever doing in life. And I know it became possible because I attended Prairie View A&M University. I know they gave me opportunities that I probably wouldn't get from anywhere else. And then I have people who ask me about the school because their kid is probably getting ready to go to school, or they're getting ready to go to school. So they ask me how I feel about this school, I tell them, and then after that they say, oh, well, my kid is going to go there. It's a party school or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that so many times.
They really be a killer. I'm just like, do you not know that any school that you go to on planet Earth could possibly be a party school, quote unquote? I'm not sure how you define it, but we don't throw as many parties as probably some of these other quote unquote party schools that's not actually known as party schools. And I don't even go to parties, so to me it's not a party school. It's really what you make it. But these people don't know because they don't attend here, so I don't waste my time with those people.
But that's the thing about it. Like, there's two things. Anytime I talk to somebody that's coming out of high school or anybody that's trying to pursue college, one, I tell them, hey, try to figure it out before your freshman year, before you even get here, because then like that money's on the table. And it's the same with like, there's so many resources that people just don't know about, that if you tell people and you go look for yourself, like with you went to go look for yourself. And yeah, there might be some roadblocks, like you got to put your parents on there. You got to do certain things, or you got to have a certain GPA. But there's some people that actually are willing to work with you. Like when I came here, I was an education major. I went from history to education because they were like, hey, we want more of y'all to be teachers. So we'll give you the money to at least cover your first year. And I was like, okay, bet. And I didn't even know it. I didn't expect it. And sometimes it's handed to you, and other times it's just a situation of you gotta go find it for yourself. And if you're just not ready for school, you're not gonna be ready for it the first day or 3 semesters down the road. And people don't understand it, and they say, oh, it's a party school. Okay, that's just somebody's mindset, because I know people that like,
you got people that can be at every single party and still be in class at 8 a.m. and still make passing grades. And you got the people that go to every single party and they don't even show up for class and they fail.
No, but then they don't understand. Like, you had the misconception, like, oh, the white person's going to pay for my money today. Yay. Like, just...
Boy, I was just so confident. Like, they got my back. They going to say, oh, she... Let me not say this. And I'm like...
It's like, yeah, they're gonna pay for me today, and they're gonna make sure I can treat.
They're gonna be like, I see that.
Positive about myself.
I see that poor kid over there working hard. We gonna get her in school. But thank you, sir. Like, what, that didn't happen.
Like me, I was just like, I know I'm gonna have to go to a deficit if I want to go to school. Like, my dad went to school, he didn't get to finish. My mom went to school, she finished and got a master's. And it's like, I think I got the best of both worlds out that situation, because I got to learn from their mistakes and their triumphs. And then I
learned anything is don't rob something. Shoot, one parent did 10 years, and shoot, I don't know what the other parent did. I think they a secret agent, like, you know, like whenever you have show and tell at school. Okay, none of my parents showed up. And then on top of that, you know, when you go around the classroom and you introduce yourself, and then you'll probably say, like, what your parents are.
Hi, my name's Ashley.
You know, I never knew
my parents.
What my mom did as a living. I didn't. I just assumed that she was a nurse because she always had scrubs. And every time on career day, she used to put me in scrubs. So she had to get them from somewhere. I know she didn't just buy them for me to wear on career day. Ain't nobody got money for that.
Yeah.
But... yeah, I don't know. But low key, I did learn from them. It's not of
it wasn't necessarily the most positive situation, but you could say
I learned of what not to do. Yeah. If that makes sense. So
but when you take that, and you are a smart cat, you are a smart person.
A cat.
Cat. Yeah.
Henry is a pawpaw, y'all.
I don't care. You are a smart woman, young lady, whatever you want to say. I don't know. But at the same time, you were smart enough to say, hey, okay, let me just figure out this situation, and I'm going to just roll with it. And
when I get to medical school, if I get an interview and they ask me why or how do I stand out from other people,
yeah,
I'll probably just cry. Like, that can't be a serious question for me, because I've been fighting since I probably popped out. They're going to be like, okay, that's not correct grammatically. I'm like, I'm probably going to sit here and cry and tell them what I had to go through just to get to this part, and then end up in front of them how I had to fight to actually even get into college because of those situations, and then fight to get through college because of the lack of support. Because why are you in college? you need a team, bro. You gonna need a team of support people, because there's gonna be times in college where you just want to quit. I know I'm not the only person that hit a point in college and like, bro, this is hard. Like, how am I gonna finish? Like, why am I here? Like, is everybody else doing this? Like
the alternative jobs and everything.
Man, you get to thinking.
But that's the thing about it. Like, you a big dog in a small body.
Yeah, that's why I said coming in, you know what I'm saying? 5'2", 105 pounds. I once was 126 pounds. I really like to let people know that I made it to 126 pounds. That's when I was studying abroad. Shout out to Botswana Havron, because they held it down with the chicken and the rice. It was great. Thank you. But yeah, I have to be, or I am, like, stronger than I appear, which is probably one of the reasons why I get mad when people look at my size. And like, they'll probably need help picking up something, and they'll go to everybody in the room, and then I'm like, oh, you need help? And they're like, no,
that's just like,
it's gonna be okay.
Until people get to know you, like, I'll take a chance. I'll take a chance on you. I'll take a chance.
No,
on you.
You would. No,
you
no,
I would. No, real talk. No, I would take a chance on you because I know you.
Muscles.
But it's like, no, but like, people think on the physical, it's just like,
nah,
I think that's why, like, some people actually take a chance on people.
But if
that
you
don't necessarily have that support system.
If you talk to me, then it's easy to understand, or it's easy for you to see that I'm a strong person. Like, I don't mind working hard to get what it is that I need or want, type thing. It don't take you long to figure out, like, I'm about what I'm talking about. You're not gonna sit up here and talk to me like, she ain't about it. She weak. She lazy. She don't work for nothing. Nah, you're not gonna get that vibe from me unless I'm trying to take a nap. And it's after I ate a good meal. But even then, I might be like, dang, is it a good idea to take a nap? I'm going to take it, though.
No, but I think at the end of the day, that's when somebody start clapping for no reason.
Stash.
No. Oh, yeah, I think we got to wrap this bad boy up.
We do.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes. That's why I got my jersey on. I got to go play soccer.
We wrapping it up because he got to play soccer. I thought he was being, considerate of me and the MCAT. He talking about soccer. Y'all hear him?
No, you can get your MCAT. You said you was going to take a nap anyway.
I am. I'm about to lay down on the floor. Hey, I wish I brought a pillow.
You know what? That's some good sleep, though, especially if it's like carpet or something like that. But,
lift my headphones.
Like, I think whenever, like, real talk, just one example. I was like 2013. I was out there training for a marathon, and everybody was like, "What are you doing that for? Why are you doing that?" And like, "Why are you running 26.2 miles?" And you a little bit crazy in your head, okay? But I think it's the same thing with college. If you a little bit cuckoo in the head and you don't necessarily like care about what other people say about you, and you could find people to help you, or you can find your own way, then you straight. But if you're not gonna do that, then it's just like, why are you here? Because
but I'm one of those people who don't believe that you necessarily have to come to college to make it in this world right here.
But if you're gonna come this route, if you're gonna really be about this action, take it seriously. That's what I think. You know. And even if you had to flip the switch after your first semester, after you figure out everything, or get somebody to be on your back and just be like, light a fire into you, you know, you got to have some kind of motivation, I think.
I don't know. I just like the idea of learning something that I didn't know before. Even more so now, I actually get excited when I learn something that I didn't know and I actually remember it. It's kind of a nerd thing. I really don't want to be a nerd.
Synapses firing off when you go over something so many times and everything like that.
This boy said synapses.
Yeah. And all those electrical currents and everything inside your brain. I don't know.
Those neuron
transmitters
released in the synaptic cleft.
I was on the right track a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. But yeah. Hold up. So maybe we could just pick this up, keep on continuing, because I know this is gonna take a minute.
Oh, the Chronicles.
Just pick it up for a second part, and then we can actually get to the end part, to where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be cool?
Yep. I don't know when that's coming.
Yeah, because you got when you have your actual MCAT. 'Cause hopefully,
On the 28th.
Cause that's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, he probably ain't gonna see me.
I believe it.
I don't want nobody to see me. I was low key trying to plan my schedule, my work schedule in my head. I wasn't coming to work on Monday, but they need me to do something.
Dun, dun, dun. But we'll figure it out. Cause I know we want to keep these things short. That was the other reason I said it's time to shut it down. Cause like minute 37 almost.
A minute and 37.
No, like 37 minutes. Like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll pick up from next time.
Well, sincerely, the boy Stash on the ones and twos, and then it's me, Ashley Elise. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah. See you next time. And if you want to catch it.
What is this, like a Barney ending? I just shut it down and he came back.
I gotta give the promo.
Once again, we got the Stash on the
look.
ones and the twos, and it's coming to an end, man. What you got to say?
I gotta give the promo so they can see where it is and where it's going. That's it. Just check it out on the website.
Ideally, if they're listening, bruh, then they already know where it's at. Unless you putting this clip on the gram. If you putting this clip on the gram, his new name is The Stash.
No, it's not The Stash.
It's not HENDOG. It's The Stash.
We'll let the people decide, and I'll add it. I'm saying it's a placeholder right now.
Okay.
But okay, if you ain't on IG, if you on Instagram or Facebook or wherever this is going, catch the podcast on HENDOGmediadesign.com or on the Instagram at HENDOG Media Design. Okay? Now you wanna sign them off? Sign them off. Since you've been waiting for this one the whole time. You want to jump the gun and everything, but it's cool.
You
It's
got
cool.
it. You got it.
We'll have a great weekend. Enjoy y'all Easters.
Oh, it is.
If it's up by that, yeah, it's Easter. I'm about to get me a good plate.
Black people making the barbecue. I need to stop doing that.
See,
Black people, white people thing.
I'm
Cut
about
that.
to say-
Don't put that nowhere.
Have a good evening or morning wherever you are. See you.
Everybody gonna be in church.